attempt to make a movie. Disney got the rights, and the feel-good result deprived the world of Victoria's version of Calendar Girls.
Well, I would have had naked people in mine, which of course they couldn't have because it was Disney. And I thought that was a sad lack. Then it's all about, you know, acceptance and bodies and celebration, is that you never saw anything but a load of big jugs, if you pardon the expression, and people standing behind sieves and stuff.
It was ironic then that Victoria's close buddies Julie Walters and Celia Imrie both made tasteful appearances in Calendar Girls. This combination of nudity and big screen success also awaited Anne Reid in The Mother, where she had her way with Bond-to-be Daniel Craig. But Thelma Barlow was one of the few to remain fully clothed in Mrs. Henderson Presents. For other members of the cast, their spiritual home awaited them in Manchester.
Every time you go on in Dinner Ladies, you get a piece of string put on your back, and it's connected to you from Granada Studios, and you're pulled straight up there.
I fought and railed against Coronation Street because they wanted my character to be exactly like that well-loved Anita. So, Sunita, there you go, there's imagination for you. Sunita and Anita, I tried to make quite different.
I did one episode of Coronation Street. I think it was after the second series. I played Belinda Peach, the abattoir owner's daughter who'd set her eye on Ashley Peacock at the Freshborough Summer Ball.
Maxine went on to bigger things as Veronica in Shameless. Meanwhile, Victoria had remembered something else she hadn't attempted yet, so she duly delivered a sell-out West End musical with a strangely familiar setting.
I didn't know whether 16 years later people would still go for it, but by God they did. I think it was a real coup that Victoria managed to get us all back together, because that was thrilling. But I was wary. I wasn't sure how it was going to go.
Well, how can you write a musical about quarantine? You know, you think, how's that going to work? But of course you say yes, don't you? Not to say no.
And to be with Duncan and Seals and as well, you know, on stage, I thought would be fantastic. That was one of the big draws, was to be with them, really. And to get Mrs. Overall to sing, that was fantastic. I had a brilliant number in the middle of the show, brilliant. It was a wonderful number.
So, what's next on the Victoria Wood checklist?
Oh, I'm not going to tell you. I don't like talking about things before I do them, but I will. There's things I will do. I hope I will do.
Victoria may be moving on, but the Dinner Ladies canteen is still where it was, enjoying a robust afterlife in that once-mocked multi-channel world where a timeless comedy about ordinary folk will always find a home.
I tried to make it as dense as I could in plot, in character, in dialogue, in physical comedy, everything I could do so that it would repay being watched more than once.
It was most unusual, and I don't think it was given its proper value when it first came out. But, you know, people come up to me now and say they see it in the middle of the night, and actually I think it gets richer the more you see it.
It's like watching, say, Dad's Army, you know, I mean, 30 years ago. Still makes you laugh, doesn't it? It's like classic sitcom.
It was unique. I've never done anything like it since. You know, and then the format of working and, you know, working with somebody like Vic and Celia and Julie, you know. Yeah, it was very special.
Next on BBC One, film 2006 with John.